and welcome to Gumball's Game Room. Today we're taking a look at The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on the PlayStation VR. And today I would like to address a few different things. Um, the watch, as far as your health meter, your stamina meter, and the timer for the bells inside the city. So I'm going to do my best to go over and make this as easy as possible. So we're just going to focus on one thing at a time. When you look at the watch, up at the top, you have a white bar. That is your stamina bar. So stamina is directly related to your hunger. So the hungrier you get, the less stamina you have. And inversely, the more stamina you use, the more hungry you become. So you want to avoid sprinting and overexerting yourself except when necessary, unless you've brought plenty of food with you. So if you look here, our stamina is at about 90%. There's, on the right side of that white bar, there's some red. And that means I'm a little bit hungry and I can't get full stamina until I eat. Now before I do this, I will say you will find food out in the wild. Let's see if I have any. I don't have any on me. But that food will increase your stamina. However, that stuff is spoiled and it will decrease your health. So I don't recommend eating that stuff out in the wild unless it's an absolute emergency. What you can do is put it in your backpack, bring it back to base with you, and put it in the recyclable bin. That will give you materials, and then with those materials you can craft food that will fill up your stamina without hurting your max health, because it's a matter of maintaining both at the same time. So if you watch my meter here, I'm going to eat this nutria stew and it filled me up to max. Okay, so that's pretty much the basics with the stamina. Now, the bottom bar, it's a yellow. It starts off yellow and fades to green. The green end is down a bit because we're also at about 90%. That's your, at the end of that green bar, there's a white bar. That's your max health. So even if, so right now I have as much health as I have available is full, but I can raise my max health by taking medicine. That max health reduces in two different ways. The first way is an infected walker. If you see a walker walking around, he's got flies buzzing over his head. Do not get close to it. Do not grab his head. Do not stick a short knife. Do not stick a short knife in his head. Don't get anywhere close to him. Back up. Pull out a long-range weapon, whether it be a bow and arrow, or a pistol, a gun, or even like an axe, something like that. But just keep your distance, because that will reduce your max health. And medicine is extremely rare in this game. So you want to really focus on keeping that max health. The other way your max health can be reduced is something we already talked about. That's if you're out in the wild, you find food that will increase your stamina. Well, it also comes with the side effect of reducing your max health, which is bad because the only way to get that max health back is with medicine, which is rare. So I don't recommend doing it. Grab that food, bring it back with you, recycle it, and then make nutria stew with it, because that is a clean form of food that will not hurt your health. So now if you look at my health meter, the bottom green and yellow bar, I'm going to take this medicine, and now that white bar that was at the end went away. So now there's room there for my health to fill up to full. And the way you fill your health up is with sterile bandages. Actually, you can use the dirty bandages you find out in the wild. I don't think there's any negative consequence of using it. Also, end game, there's a restorative bandage, which will fill your health meter, no matter how low it is, the whole way up to the max. Wherever that bar is, it'll fill it up to that. So if you're going to use that, I recommend taking medicine first so you can get it the whole way up. But we'll take a look at that bar while I wrap my arm. And now I am 100% on stamina and health. So that explains those two bars. Now, the third thing, forget about that light green circle that has the bell in it. We're just going to look at the dark green. We'll picture it as a pie chart. So it's not going to happen out here. When you're at your base or over near the church or the catacombs, the timer doesn't matter. But when you come over and get on your skiff and travel to a town, this pie chart will activate. Now when you first get there, it's going to look just like it does now. But every couple minutes, picture like a slice of pizza. Every couple minutes, you're going to see a notch taken out, and it's going to turn light green. And halfway in, the left, it goes counterclockwise. So you're going to start seeing the left side fill up with light green. And once you get halfway, you will get a notification. You'll get like a little beep from your watch letting you know that you're halfway done. And then I think it beeps again around 3/4 of the way. But you have to pay very close attention to this, because once that timer runs out, the church bells will toll. One of the factions set this up that the church bells will toll to draw out the walkers, get them all excited, and they will turn into a horde and they will assault you vigorously. So just be aware of that. When you set out into a mission, a lot of times you'll have your primary mission, you'll have a secondary mission that's optional, and then you're going to want to do some scrapping, salvaging, finding stuff out in the wild to pick up, bring back. So you're just going to have to be aware of that you are on a time limit, and pay attention to your watch and listen for those notifications. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.